we have some extremely terrifying news going on, guys. So ICE is trying to get rid of and eliminate U.S. citizens. Yes, you heard me correctly. U.S. citizens. ICE is targeting people with Hispanic last names, and they are erasing them from the database in order to deport them illegally.
They are trying to deport United States citizens by erasing them from databases. ICE is flagging people with Hispanic last names. So if you get stopped at a traffic light and they're asking you for your license and they say, oh, your license is not here, give me your social security number. Oh, your social security number is not here. Well, that probably means ICE removed you from the database so that they could deport you illegally.
Guys, if this doesn't scare you, if this doesn't honestly terrify you, I don't know what the will, because this is scary. So you're telling me that because I have a Spanish last name, now I'm a direct target? So I can be pulled over by a cop, and I did confirm this information. So I want to hear all you fucking little Trumpies and MAGA come at me, because I will bring a cop on here that will verify word for word what I am saying. If you get pulled over by a cop, and they ask you for your license, and your license cannot be found, they will ask you for your social. If your social cannot be found, most likely ICE has erased you from the database in order to be able to deport you illegally if you get pulled over and you are Latino. This is fucking disgusting what this country has come to. Let me know in the comments what you think of the situation. Spread this video for awareness, because this is serious, guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, apparently, majority of Americans, they have come out and realized that ICE, it is erasing American people name from their database, especially those people who their names end with Spanish name. So majority of them, their names, it is being removed from the ICE database. This story came from a certain man. He was pulled over with the ICE police. After being pulled out with the ICE police, the ICE asked this man to give out his security number and the ID, identification card. So when the ICE, they were searching from their database, the name of this man, and also to see his security, the ICE found out that his name, it is not matching. So this guy came out to realize that ICE, it has erased his last name, his Spanish name, from their database. So this guy came out and make sure that so many people, they need to know, and so that they can see if their Spanish name, it is still there, or ICE, it has already erased from their database. And also majority of them, they are panicking because ICE may remove their name so that they can start to deport these Spanish people. So kindly, guys, I want you to watch and see the reaction from American people, then I'll be back with more comment.
So I'm here with my nephew Adriel Lorenzo, who was born here, U.S. citizen, born in the United States, in Brooklyn, New York. In fact, I was behind the ambulance when my sister was going to give birth with him at Long Island College Hospital in downtown Brooklyn. Today, this morning, on his way from work, a U.S. citizen, and this is happening, people, pay attention, a U.S. citizen was stopped by ICE and harassed. 8 officers surrounded him, asked him if he had a fake ID when he presented his state ID and his driver's license. They cut up illegally his legal state ID and asked him if it was a fake driver's license. They detained him unlawfully without probable cause, just getting out of his car, coming off from work, working with children that he works with, going into 7-Eleven. I'll let him tell you how he feels. Adriel, how did you feel at that time? What power did you think you have?
Well, you don't have no power. You can't defend yourself. Everything going around with them talking about you're powerless when there's people surrounding you and they're saying that they can shoot you down and all they will give you is your remains to your family. It makes you scared. You can't say nothing. If you curse the cops out, they can take you down. They said that my documents were fake. They asked for a green card. They asked me many times where I was from, what's my ethnicity. It was like it was racial profiling. I got stopped for absolutely no reason. I did nothing. When I was there, you feel scared, you feel hopeless. You don't have your phone. You can't call nobody. You don't have your wallet. They took both of my identifications, cut it up. They cut my ID up. They told me my driver's license was fake. And my driver's license was just renewed and issued about a month ago. So I have no idea. Inside of Florida, the back of Florida's IDs have a little picture to determine that your ID is real or if it's fake. For them to, what happened was just, it's a lot. So
How long did they hold?
about 35 to 40 minutes.
What happened when they released you?
They basically said that you need to carry all your documents to have your social security card, and I need to be more careful going forward and not to be carrying two identifications.
What is it illegal to carry two identifications?
Yes, two identification cards. That's what they said.
Did they told you it was illegal?
They said it was illegal.
It is not. It is not. I have my passport card and I have my driver's license.
But I had my
There's no
state
statute. That's okay. There's no statute that says that it's illegal in the state of Florida or any place that I know in the U.S. to carry multiple IDs. In fact, it's better to carry more than that's sufficient.
Why did they cut up my ID?
That's a great question. We need to find out. Did you have the names? Did anybody call any of them by names? Do you remember?
I don't remember any of them.
Okay. All right. I understand. What happened when you got in the car? What happened when you got back in the car? How did you feel? What did you do?
I panicked and I called my uncle, and I cried for a while, and I was just scared to even drive home because imagine you getting stopped again. There's ICE checkpoints all over. They're checking random cars. They're stopping people because they have temporary tags in their cars because they think they're.
Did you have temporary tags?
No. I had a Florida tag, and the car's actually registered to my mom.
I know.
Who's actually an American citizen as well.
Right.
So.
So, folks, I'm just sharing the story with you because it's important that people know exactly what's going on here. U.S. citizens, law-abiding U.S. citizens who were being stopped without any probable cause, no infraction, there wasn't a traffic violation, it's simply profiling. They stopped a U.S. citizen born in Brooklyn, New York, and I can testify, my name is Dr. Alberto Alexander, I was there when he was born in Long Island College Hospital, to my sister. This is what's happening. We have to let people know because this is coming into a police state and we are all under siege.
I was driving and I noticed a cop bang a U-turn hard. Turned her blues on, came flying up behind me. So I parked in a bank parking lot just because it was out of the way and it's Sunday. And so I am sitting there. She walks up. She tells me why she pulled me over. It was because of inspection sticker, not a big deal, really. Asked for my ID, give her my ID, and then she comes back over after, 4 or 5 minutes, and she's like, do you have an ID in any other states? And I was like, yeah, here's the other states I've had IDs in. And so I'm not thinking much of it. I was like, okay, it must be a clerical issue or something. And she ends up coming back a few minutes later, and she's like, okay, can I get your social security number? I was like, that's a first. I've never had them ask for my social security number at any traffic stop, ever. So I'm like, okay, here's the social security number. Then like 5 minutes later again, she comes back. She's like, yeah, so I'm not pulling you up in any of our systems, in any state you said you had a license in. She's like, I had to call my sergeant. I was like, okay, well, we'll see how that goes then. So the sergeant ends up coming up. He asked me to step out of the car, but essentially plays back everything. And he's like, is this a real license? I was like, yeah, it's a real license. He's like, this is a real license from that state. I'm like, yeah, it is. He's like, so there's no like security codes or holographics or anything? I was like, I don't know. It's just the ID they give me. And I was like, I even have the motorcycle permit in my wallet still. So it's like, I have that one if you want to see that one. He's like, hold on then. So then they have me stand at the back of the cruiser. The officer originally pulled me over. She stands there with me while the sergeant's doing his thing. And I don't know, like 20 minutes later, he comes back over. He's like, I got it all squared away. You're all set. I was like, no, hold on. You just like basically told me I might be getting arrested, that you guys think I have a fake ID, which is another crime in and of itself. And I was like, basically, you guys told me you have no idea who I am or what I am, yet I gave you my license. What is happening? And then, like, you asked for my social security number. That's never happened before. He's like, well, in all honesty, you can thank ICE for this one. I was like, what? He's like, you know, your name. I was like, so because I have a Hispanic last name, I'm flagged in ICE? He's like, well, you're not just flagged, you're kind of removed from everything. So I almost got arrested because of a system with ICE flagging a U.S.-born citizen who spent my entire life in this country since the day I was born. 2 generations of my family have been born in the United States, and yet I got flagged. And the kicker is my last name isn't even Mexican, it's Spanish. So I am Hispanic, but the last name that we have is actually a Spaniard last name because my, you know, grandfather had a thing for Mexican women, I guess. And he, so anyways, yeah, now I'm flagged. And he's like, yeah, this might keep happening to you now. Cool.
Hey, y'all, have you heard? There are claims that ICE is removing people with Hispanic name from the database. Yep. You know that's that DOGE. Them young kids that's up in here. Got a Hispanic last name, they removing your ass from the database. ICE is also raiding churches. There was a Texas man born in a U.S. Army base. They deported him, his ass, you know, to a place he ain't never been to before, which is going to make him stateless. And yeah, Trump supporters are all happy about that shit. Yeah, happy as hell about that shit. I don't know how I ask y'all happy. I don't know how to ask y'all happy. You know, this is hurricane season, y'all. Hurricane season. So all Trump supporters with them houses, businesses, I hope that shit get blown down. I hope that shit collapse. That's what I look forward to. Because I want to talk about it. Yep, I want to talk about that shit. Because who's going to help you rebuild that shit? Who? Did y'all forget? It was the immigrants that built that shit up? Yeah. So y'all living comfortably. Y'all forgot that shit. It was the immigrants who helped y'all. It's hurricane season, y'all. I hope y'all lose everything. Yeah, Trump supporters. Because Trump supporters forgot that shit. You forgot. And you forgot because your house is already standing. You forgot who helped build that shit. Y'all forgot who made it, prepared it. You know, that cleaned it up and prepared it for you, Trump supporters, to move in. They got it ready for y'all. Y'all forgot that shit. Y'all living in there smiling. You forgot who put it up. You forgot who cleaned it up for you. Y'all forgot. This hurricane season. I hope that shit collapse. Because I want to talk about it. I want to see your faces on the news crying. Because what y'all going to do? Because you're deporting all the immigrants. Oh, some of y'all woke up already. Some of y'all woke up. Some of y'all woke up now. I'm telling you. Because more Americans are now favored for providing undocumented immigrants pathway. See, they said, oh shit, we need them. See, y'all forgot. Yes, you did. Y'all forgot all that shit. Y'all forgot y'all needed them. Y'all forgot, just like y'all forgot that black folks working. Y'all forgot that shit. Y'all was fooled by the news. Y'all thought black people wasn't working. No, we working. Now y'all saying, oh shit, who gonna do them farms? Because y'all thought it was gonna be us black folks. I told y'all, we ain't going in the field no more. It's over. Forget that shit. Forget that shit. We ain't going out there. No siree, no siree, no siree. So now, a lot of the American people are in favor, for providing immigrants pathway to legal status over deportation. A lot of y'all thought, said, oh shit, we done fucked up. But to the Trump supporters who don't believe in that shit, still want to pound your chest, y'all the one I'm coming for. I want your house to collapse. I said it. Oh, I don't want y'all to get hurt. I just want your houses to collapse and your businesses to collapse. That's what I would like to see. Because I want to see y'all standing out there looking at that shit. Crying. Looking for somebody to help y'all asses. Because if y'all notice, that's the only time y'all like to come together with black and brown people is when your asses are in distress. Guess what? You don't see color no more. You don't see color no more when your ass need help. It's just that when we come out to help your ass and you're back on your feet, then you forget who really helped you. So I hope y'all shit come collapsing down on your ass. I want to collapse down on your asses. And when I say on your asses, I don't mean on you. Just come collapsing down. So y'all can stand and look at that shit. Because guess what? Black and brown people won't be there no more to help your fucking ass now.
So it looks like ICE is altering police databases to erase people. Like erase people's records. Like people who have Hispanic last names, getting rid of their social security number data, their driver's license information. So when you get pulled over, it doesn't look like you're a fucking citizen. And they could do this to anybody. And there is a TikTok creator on here who is white cis dude, but posts a lot of anti-ICE kind of content like me. A lot of anti-establishment shit. And they had officers show up at their door, tell them they were not a citizen, and try to deport them because their records had been changed in the systems. And there is a current court case going on because of it. And I'm starting to see more and more stories of people being pulled over who are citizens who are having to prove their citizenship because their information isn't in databases, especially people with Hispanic last names.
ICE is wiping people's identities away just for their last name. I saw a video of a guy who got pulled over the other day, white presenting man, got pulled over by the police. They asked for his ID. They told him they couldn't find anything in the system, asked him for his ID, asked him if he had several different IDs from other states, which he did. He gave them those, asked him for his social security number, couldn't find anything about this man in their system. Called the sergeant. The sergeant comes, checks him out, is like, cool, you're good. The guy's like, no, wait, why can't you find me in your system? The sergeant goes, you can thank ICE for this. They've wiped all of your information from the system. They flagged you because of your last name, because he has a Hispanic looking last name. Not only are they flagging people, they're wiping people's identity away on record so that when they go to pick people up, they have no way of verifying whether or not they're actually a U.S. citizen. Understand the severity of that. They are wiping people's identities away who may be valid U.S. citizens, who are U.S. citizens, who live in America. They're wiping their identities away in order to justify picking them up and deporting them to a country that they've never been to. We are at war.
Why aren't they taking gang members? Why is ICE not taking gang members and serious criminals? You have to ask yourself that question. And once you hear yourself say it out loud, come up with an answer. Why do you think ICE is doing all of these raids and they're going to places where people actually work, like restaurant workers, farmers, car wash attendants? Why is ICE going after that? Trump said he was going to get rid of the worst of the worst. He was going to start with the worst of the worst. He has yet to do that at all. There are known gangs and gang members and leaders of gangs, like very well known to the government in this country, and none of them have been taken by ICE. So you want to know what I think? I'll tell you exactly what I think. The reason that they are targeting regular, hard-working, undocumented workers, but a lot of them are documented. They're just grabbing them, but they're not going into the really dangerous neighborhoods. So the reason they're doing it is because they want to damage our economy. That's exactly it. That's really the only reason. And that's what dictatorships do. They want to weaken and damage the economy slowly without you noticing. How do they do that? They arrest farm workers. What happens when they arrest those farm workers and deport them? Who is going to pick all of the vegetables and the fruits? They're going to all of these places that provide unbelievable amounts of labor, number one. Number two, billions of dollars in tax dollars, because a lot of these undocumented, most of them actually, or people who are here on visas and whatnot, they pay billions of dollars into our tax system. So the only reason, the only explanation as to why they're not going after the really bad criminals is because those people won't have an effect on our economy because they don't work legitimately. Boo! You heard me, huh? They don't work legitimately. They provide zero incentive to destroy an economy. How can Trump destroy our economy? Very easily. Get rid of all these skilled and very much needed laborers, the labor force. And that is exactly what he's doing.
Anyone with Hispanic or Mexican last names are getting their names erased from databases. People are reporting that they're getting pulled over and they're being asked for their ID for identification. And once they run their names, they're showing that they're not there. Even having to go as deep as asking for their social security numbers. This is getting scary just because they're trying to deport anybody that's immigrant. So if you have any connections, like say your family was here as an immigrant, but then they became citizens, they're trying to erase you guys, his names from the database. So now you're basically here illegally. That's how they're trying to connect everybody, and that's how they're stating that they can deport U.S. citizens. ICE is doing that, and then that ups their quota. That gets more people out of here. Any connection with Mexico or any type of Hispanic last name. This has been actually a lot of videos of people stating that they've been getting pulled over and having to go as far as asking for their social security number just to find out that they actually are American citizens. So now they're stating you should definitely be carrying your ID, your driver's license, passports, social security numbers. Keep stuff on you if you're Hispanic or Mexican. You don't want to be getting caught trying to get stuck in some weird scenario. As you've seen that there's been a lot of U.S. citizens already be getting arrested. So stay aware, just stay prepared for anything. These are crazy times. This administration is always pushing some more agenda against us. So you got to stay safe and you got to stay aware, you guys. All right? Just another word from me. I'm going to keep putting this word out. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay strong, America.
Why is it only the Latin Americans? You know what I mean? Why is it not the Australians? You know how many Australians I know that live here and actually take your jobs?
There are approximately 600,000 undocumented immigrants from Europe in the United States. How come we're not seeing them being rounded up? Is it because they're white and not brown or black?
And why are we only targeting Latino immigrants? Is Asian immigrants, black immigrants, white immigrants, European, dare I say,
I was an illegal immigrant in the United States of America, but because of the color of my skin and the color of my hair and who I am, I have never been questioned. I have never been questioned about whether I'm American. No one has ever said, do you speak English? Because they didn't assume that I couldn't because of being an immigrant. I am an immigrant in your country.
Now, you can imagine being born in America and you are coming to realize that your Spanish last name, it has been erased from the database. This, it has bring a lot of panic to the Latinos people, to the Spanish people, simply because they have come out and realized that the ICE right now, it is deleting their last Spanish name from the database. So this, it is a scary to the especially to those MAGA people who they really voted in for Donald Trump or for this government. So it has bring a lot of controversy, and so many people, they are in panic mode, especially the Spanish, simply because you can find out that there are some Spanish people who they have grown in America. They have seen the president come, the president go. They have seen, they went ahead and voted in for this administration, knowing that they are going to be safe. But this administration, it has turned out that it is against them. So they have come out and realized that right now they are being targeted with the ICE. ICE, it is deleting, and ICE, it is erasing their last Spanish name from the database. Now, this move, you don't know what it is coming next. After us deleting the Spanish data, Spanish last name in the database, you don't know what next it is going to follow. Maybe the ICE, they will come out and say, because we don't know where you came from, we don't know your last name, they will need you to provide your where you came from, and that one they might be using that one to deport these people, because majority of the Spanish name, even if their names, their last Spanish name, they are being deleted to the system. Also, majority of them, they have come out and see like their names, it is not, they cannot find their names in the ICE database. So, and you know what ICE they are doing right now. ICE, they have been given with the permission with the court. Now ICE, they are really cracking down. They are cracking down those illegal immigrant people. ICE, they are going after. ICE are going for everyone. They don't care if you are Spanish, if you are Latino, if you are Cuba. ICE, it is going to everyone, and they really want to deport majority of people from their country, simply because ICE, it is doing this, and this Donald Trump generation, it is doing this because they came out and say they want to make America great again. And we know that during the campaign season, Donald Trump, he promised that he wants to put the life of the American first. He wants to make the life of the Americans comfortable. He wants to put American first, and that's why Donald Trump is going against all illegal people. And Donald Trump, he believes that the people who are bringing down America, the people who are taking more jobs to their fellow white people, it is the Spanish people, it is this Latino people. So this ICE, it is going after them simply because they want their people to be more comfortable. And because of that, ICE, it is going after all people. It doesn't care if you are a black, if you are a Latino, if you are Asian. So ICE, it is going after to everyone. Now, the Spanish, they are really in panic because they have started, the other day we saw how they were deporting the Cubans and the Latinos and the Mexican. We saw how they were being deported, those illegal immigrants, they were being deported even if you supported Donald Trump. There's a singer also who came out and they were singing that I will vote for Donald Trump. You can remember that singer, her husband, he has been deported. Imagine you showed all the support towards Donald Trump, knowing that Donald Trump, he will make your life very easy in America, Donald Trump, he will not compromise, or he will not do anything bad to you while you are in America. But coming out and praising and influencing people to vote in for Donald Trump, now Donald Trump is targeting you because your partner is illegally in America. So this is to tell you that these people, they voted against their own interests, and right now they are crying because of what they did. So right now we are seeing ICE, it is erasing the Spanish people, the people with the last name being Spanish, they are being erased from the database. So whenever ICE, they are pulling you over and they came out and see your details, whenever they see your detail, it is not matching with the details that they have in their database, they might deport you, because they will see you, they will see that you are not in their database, and they will know immediately that you are illegally in America, and they might deport you right away. So this is to inform all Spanish people to be more very careful, because ICE, it is not joking. These people, they are serious, and these people, they don't care. They will deport you without having anything. These people, they don't care if you have family, if you don't have family in America. What these people, they want, it is really to deport you. So this it is now trending, and it is just an information, an educative message to tell those Spanish people to go and check their details, simply because the ICE, it has come after them. So kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.